I knew we would be hearing from Maul. I knew we'd be hearing from Maul. If you're listening to the chatter and what's happening and the kind of talk that's being taking place after this, the case was dismissed from Drake fans, you can literally see they just cannibalizing themselves, bro. It's insanity what I'm hearing now. Now, people was talking about an appeal, and then you had like the really smart people that came out and said, it was dismissed with prejudice or without prejudice. Correct me in the comments. He can't do that. I'm like, oh, so he can't even appeal it. Then you got Maul coming out and talking about it now. So I think it's very interesting that it's not allowed to be over, man. It's not going to be over until there's some sort of win on one side, or at least on their side, because UMG done already won and put this to bed. Let me know what y'all think about that too. All right. Chigs, shout out to the homie Chigs. He dropped another video titled Maul reacts to Drake lawsuit dismissed by judge and warns the lawsuit is not over. And then I hate when they try to make it seem like they got inside information that they really don't got. Because if bro was talking to you, you would have known something that before the dismissal even happened. Because they had to have known something was about to happen. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. Maul on Drake's case. Let's get it.
Chigs. Get ready. You know what to do, Chigs.
Salute to Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth, appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
This is absolutely crazy, you guys. This is officially what podcasting has turned into. When you know you're wrong on a topic,
Bruh.
you come back the next day and double down on the fuckery.
Bruh.
Everybody these days wants to be looked at as an expert, and nobody wants to be caught on a clip sounding like a hypocrite. Last year, Maul went on record and claimed that Drake could possibly win $2 billion from UMG from the lawsuit.
I mean, the possibility of a win was always there. The likelihood of a win, no. But that's why you don't go out talking like that. That's why you shouldn't feel comfortable enough to go out there and say certain things without having concrete evidence or proof that it's gonna happen. But that's what you see on that side.
I think Drake is going to
No
ask
evidence.
for something that no artist has ever asked for or received. And it's going to be very interesting to see if he receives that
As far as money,
as far as compensation for damages.
on the lawsuit side,
Absolutely. We talking upwards of $2 billion.
$2 billion.
He gonna ask for a big three. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna
And
ask for a big three.
Well, if he gets look, at that point, fuck public perception.
Black Twitter is talking about it.
That's a fact.
I don't give a fuck what Black Twitter is talking about. I don't care what the barbershops are talking about.
Yep.
If I just sued Universal for $2 billion in my masters and I won, I'm just looking at it like people have to stop being so surface with the shit and saying, oh, Drake is mad that he lost. Just take the L. Cool. Y'all are talking about a rap battle. This is not the URL. We talking about the
We talking
UMG.
about the business battle, yes.
Not you.
And then niggas that agree, just be co-signing. We talking about the business battle. Bro, we've discussed this before. The same shit that was happening on that side was happening for you too, if that's what you saying. The business battle, the business didn't look right? Come on, bro. Stop it.
URL.
And they
No
co-signing
disrespect
it
to
too.
URL and smacking all them. Those are my, I support those guys. But this isn't that. This isn't a rap battle. This is Drake versus Universal Music Group.
Yes.
For anybody that doesn't
Universal,
understand what
we
that
understand
is,
that.
Both sides of the war. That's
they're
It's naive to think that you don't think if you beat UMG, you beat Kendrick. Dumb.
financing both sides of the war, and they're in business with the streaming platforms. I'm talking about now, this is away from that.
yeah.
This is not a battle. This is a war that's about to happen.
That's a fact.
Even Drake himself probably heard these numbers and said, wait, I can? I am? That's possible? So last week when the judge announced that the case was dismissed, the plaintiff relies on tweets by individual users and reporting from fans to allege that UMG utilized covert tactics to manipulate streams of Not Like Us. AKA, Drake, if I was you, I'd be suing your lawyers next.
Facts.
These niggas just robbed you in broad daylight.
We've been saying that, bro. Ain't no way that these lawyers thought that they had a case. It's just no way. tweets by individual users and reporting by fans allege that UMG utilized covert tactics. What? That's what you got? That's what your whole case is based on? Look at these tweets. Look at these video comments. It's
They knew that you had a very weak case. They had no evidence.
Case.
These niggas went on Twitter just like you and I to get their evidence. Now, Rory also had a take last year that went viral after the case was dismissed last week.
I have no dog in this fight. I like Kendrick's music. I like Drake's music. I also think both of them have used bots via UMG, whether they knew it or not. What stood out to me in that paperwork was the accusation that UMG lowered their licensing rate by 30% for Not Like Us. Just a quick history lesson. How we even got to the value of what a stream is was based off Spotify and the three majors negotiating on what that value would be. What makes it even crazier is all three majors have actual stock and ownership within Spotify. That would be illegal in any other business in the world, but it's a music industry, so anything can fly. Out to the point that I worked at a major when Spotify went public, and they emailed all of us as employees and said, you cannot buy stock because that would be insider trading. Now imagine you're an artist, and you know that the people that own your music plus the people that distribute your music, which is a whole separate tech company, are in cahoots to define what a dollar means within the music industry. And then you later find out that for one artist and one song, they devalued that dollar. You wouldn't have an issue with it?
Today on the new Rory Mal.
But who's to say that that hasn't been happening the whole time on Drake's end? It's like just because you were in a battle, you can't say when and when it's not good, bro. If they using it for you or they've used it for you in the past, bro, it is what it is. And then you also have to say, you also have to look at how organic that song was and how it spread like wildfire, bro. Is literally, it was all organic. You didn't need any sort of playing with numbers to get that kind of reaction. If we go back, I always go back to my reaction of Not Like Us, because I think I was a very good tell of how that was gonna look. I think we might have had like 10,000 subscribers or something at the time. And I think we might have had 1,000 people watching this channel at 10. Y'all don't understand how almost like that would never happen. Like that type of stuff don't happen. You think they was funneling people into, no, people were interested in fully vested in the beat, bro. That's all it is.
Podcast episode 414, Rory actually apologized for this take, but not OVO Maul. Maul actually goes on to double down on his take. Not
Crazy.
only that, but he claimed that Drake and his team of lawyers were going to take this to a whole nother level. That's correct. According to Maul, Drake and his team know something, and because Drake seemingly has great lawyers, Maul sent a warning that this is not the end of this lawsuit. Here's what he said.
But it was funny. It's funny to see people's reaction, and again, people still not understanding what the case was about.
I, as someone that thought I understood it, now I actually don't. Like, because I know he was, from my understanding, initially suing for UMG promoting, pushing, and using bots about a song that was defaming him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then the result was, all right, the case is dismissed because there's no defamation. I didn't even think he was suing for that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just lost. So that's why I say you guys win. K-Bot, the whole world, y'all win. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. K-Bot. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Clearly the paperwork that I initially read is not even where the case ended up. Because I thought he was suing UMG for them promoting a song that defamed him.
I don't know what people are thinking because I haven't really talked to many people about this, but it's not. I mean,
weren't there several pieces to that case that were dismissed a while ago, or dropped, parts of that case that was dropped by his side, saying, okay, that's not what we pushing no more because we can't really we can't win that case, so this is the case we got to jump in. Isn't that what they did? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if that's what happened.
The people have to know that his lawyer, his team, they're gonna appeal this and take this to another level.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't know if people know that. Like this is not. Of course, this is not over with.
I mean, shit. The shitty. Should we just let it go?
No, see, no.
Like,
no.
At this point.
Rory, like, yo, should we just let it go? He's like, nah. That whole side don't know how to take an L, bro. Just you continuing this and keeping it going, it's not gonna help you. Because if you lose a second time, let's just say you do appeal it and you're allowed to do it. If you lose a second time, then what are you gonna do? Just keep tying it up in litigation, so you just keep going and going and going until you potentially find some sort of W? Like, how long can this go on, bro? This is absolutely not hip hop. This is absolutely not hip hop. And it's crazy that Rory sounds like the smart one in this case.
I mean, shit. The shitty. Should we just let it go?
No, see, no.
Like,
no.
At this point,
no. Why? But would you? If you and your team, your lawyers had things in your possession that prove what you're saying is correct.
But why wouldn't? And I'm not saying that it depends the judge, and that's why the appeal process.
If your legal team has things in their possession that proves what you're saying is correct, is there a reason why that wasn't submitted? So you could have won your case initially? Am I just bugging? Is that just me? Am I bugging? So we got the information that proves our case, but we don't hand it over as evidence so it could be reviewed with the what? Stupid.
Existed.
So, yeah.
Didn't they reveal everything? Because that was also something I saw on the OVO stand side of like, nah, he purposely was trying to lose the first one so he could reveal more. And I was like, well, why wouldn't you just?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Just give.
I'm not speaking to shit. I'm speaking to factual shit, like real things. Like this is not over with.
So it wasn't facts before where he stood to win $2 billion and you was wrong? What are we talking about here, bro? He sounds just like Drake. All of my shit is facts. Talk to me when you bring the facts. He doing the same thing Drake is doing, bro. Talking about we got facts. If you got facts, present the facts. You should have presented the fact. Fuck it. Drop it online for everybody to see it, bro. Win the case in the court of public opinion. Drop all of the information that you have across the board and let people see it. So then if it's all true, they can go back and slander UMG and Kendrick. Just drop it. What you holding on to it for?
Yeah, I know people hear things getting dismissed, but like there's a whole nother level that I believe this is getting ready to go to. I don't think this is over. It's definitely not over. None of us know the specifics of that. But when you know and your lawyers know exactly what happened and what went on, when you say just let it go, no, somebody of his caliber and his level is not going to just let that go because they know what we all do not know. They have information that none of us have.
Okay, but then I guess I would ask, if you're Drake, are you looking at good lawyers lose cases? I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But if you have all the stuff that we don't know, why did you go with that approach of the defamation?
So when I'm listening to Rory, sometimes I'd be wondering if he's setting up the questions so he sounds like he's not dumb, but he's setting up the questions so Maul can get off the answer that he wants to get off. Because I'm like, bro, just listen to Maul. Listen to Rory. Just listen to Rory, bro.
Why did you go with that approach of the defamation lane? And the judge was clearly like, nah.
Yeah, so I don't believe that this is over. I don't believe that Drake and his team and his lawyers are letting this go. I do think that this is going to another level.
So he offers no other information other than I do believe this is not over and it's going to go to another level. He just said the same thing 6 different times. He has no other information.
And again, that speaks to him, his team having things. And, again, we don't know the business side of it, what, Universal did. We do know that he's a top priority at Universal. He is in the middle of renegotiation. I don't know where that stands today. I don't know if he's even contemplating, any type of negotiation with Universal, but I do know that Universal knows, or they know, the internet can say, oh yeah, I told you he lost it. Ask Universal if they think this is over. Like, just ask somebody at Universal if they think that this case is over.
Now, personally, one of the funniest parts to me was Rory asking Maul, hey man, should we just let this go?
No.
And Maul say, no, fuck no, it's not over. Almost like he's the one in court filing the lawsuit.
Facts.
So you're telling me that Drake and his lawyers were purposely suppressing evidence that they could have used in court to win?
It's the same question I've been asking. So they just been holding on to the info just so they could explain it. Why? Drake fans, explain that. Yeah, why would they be holding information? Do they not want to win?
And on top of that, you're trying to tell me that this judge with decades of experience does not know what she's doing? Hey, you know what, you guys? Fuck it. Maul is the kind of friend that you need in your life. The one friend that's going to defend you to the very end, even though you've already told him so many times that you're wrong in the situation. Nah, my boy didn't sleep with that girl. What do you mean? They just took a nap in the same bed. Show me the evidence where they had sex. What? You heard moaning from the door? No, they were just crying. It was a very emotional night. That's the kind of friend that Maul is. And you know what? At this point, we have to respect it. The crazy part is that if this was anybody else that lost in court, Maul would be frontline telling that person to take their L gracefully. If UMG would have lost this defamation lawsuit, we would see ungodly levels of glazing from Maul. And keep in mind, when you appeal in court, you're not presenting new facts that's not already in court. You're simply just arguing that the court applied the law incorrectly. I feel like that's a very important part that a lot of people are missing. But you guys get in the comments below.
Hey man, like I said, I do agree that Maul is just going down with the ship at this point. And like if that's his prerogative, that's cool. He's what is the dog in the what is the dog in the fight? Like what do you gain by being so solid with the case, like with the car? Like what do you gain? I don't get it. Maybe y'all understand what he gets. I don't. He even said he wouldn't take the interview. He said he would not take the interview. Like and the thing about it is, and maybe Drake is just that kind of person that wants you to have that kind of support, or he ain't fucking with you. Period. Like, cause Maul could have got on and just said, you know what, like they presented all the evidence. You know, the court saw it one way. I know the team don't agree, but it is what it is. I think it's time to put it to bed. But he has to go out and say, no, this ain't over. And they got more. And we're going to be. Now, what happens if they don't? Or what happens if they don't appeal? Then you look like the dummy. I don't know, bro. Let me know what y'all think about it. This is annoying to me. It's absolutely annoying how somebody could be that dumb. But let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. Hit that like button if you guys haven't done it already, man. Subscribe to the channel. We on the way to 50K. I need all of y'all to sub up when you guys watch this video, man. I appreciate the love. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.